Alrighty guys, hi, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. As always, if you're new or returning and you haven't yet already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. And as always, leave any comments, questions, or concerns down in the comment section. I will try my best to see you there. So today is going to be a video that I've kind of talked about wanting to film and saying I was going to film it for quite some time now, and I feel like now is the time for me to try and really get these thoughts out there, kind of as guidance and kind of just as like my experience before it seems to be that maybe it wouldn't make sense for me to post. What I am saying is I have talked about a couple of times here and there that I would like to film a video kind of talking about some of the weird or different kind of pressures that I haven't seen other YouTubers talk about facing as they were a smaller channel. You know, we see these larger channels talk about what they struggle with currently or the things that they face having a larger platform, but it's not very common that I see YouTubers who have not a huge following but are building a community talk about some of the things that they struggle with. And I know that this can be different across each creator. Every creator is going to handle different things differently. Some things may bother one creator that aren't going to bother another. These are, of course, from what I have experienced in things that I have dealt with so far in my YouTube career. Now, keep in mind, I have only been on YouTube as a creator since about May of this year, 2020. I have been a viewer of YouTube since about 2012. So quite a while I have been viewing other creators, watching other creators grow and become massive creators at this point. I was with some creators who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers when they were very small, and I have watched them grow, and some of them do key us in as their subscribers, kind of what they have struggled with or things that they deal with, but not a lot of them do. I understand not wanting to open up everybody to that side of the world, but I'm all about encouraging other creators and supporting other creators that I believe in, or even creators I don't know who come into my live streams or come into my DMs. I am all for supporting them and like giving them the platform of my platform. I'm sure if you have been in any of my live streams, you maybe have observed that. If there's another creator there, if I have seen their content and I personally enjoy their content, I let you guys know. Or if it's somebody who I've heard of and maybe haven't had the opportunity to watch their content, I'm going to advise that you guys check out their channel, and if you like their content, to subscribe to it. I am not one to really feel this YouTube space as a competition. I have said before, and I will continue to say, this isn't something I do for any kind of monetary gain. I do this to build a sense of community and have a place to talk about things that I wouldn't be able to talk about otherwise. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm not a monetized channel. I am a monetized channel, but I am not making any money of any kind of big dreams, so to speak. It's a small amount of money that I have just recently been able to accept back, and all of the money I receive is kind of back pay from what I have purchased for the channel. I have purchased a lot of equipment and things to be able to produce any kind of content for you guys, and that's not me guilting you guys. That's not me, you know, asking for money. That's just the reality of it. I chose to take this seriously as a hobby to build a legitimately supportive and friendly community that I was willing to put in my own money to make sure that that was able to happen. If it didn't happen and I stayed at a low number of subscribers, if I didn't grow from where I'm at today, I would be totally happy with that. I believe I am fostering a very healthy and happy community, and I hope to continue to do so. However, along the road of creating this channel and taking the leap, so to speak, there have been some things that I have experienced that I had never thought I would as a creator. You know, I went into this because I had something missing. I had recently moved away from my family, and I felt there was somewhat of a hole. I was doing a career, which I still am doing, and I enjoy my job, but it's not in the part of the community that I had always wanted to work in. So I was really kind of struggling professionally when we came here. I thought I would be able to adjust really well. I'm a pretty laid back person, but I found myself kind of struggling. So I talked to a lot of people in my life who are important, and I just kind of told them that I was thinking about maybe just putting my story out there. And, you know, if I built a community, then that would be great, but it would give me something to do with my time. It would keep me from maybe falling into any serious depression, or, you know, just I wanted to occupy my time and do something that I felt was giving back. And that's really what happened. I grabbed my cell phone and I bought a cheap little ring light from Walmart, and I sat at my vanity and used my bedroom as my background. And I just told my story that I wanted to tell. And I got very lucky in the sense of like the stories. I was telling my experience, something on a larger scale here on YouTube had something to do with that, and it made me kind of have a little jump up because I was able to relate what I came on this platform for to a commentary standpoint. I had never anticipated to maintain doing commentary, but people have enjoyed my take on situations, how I have delivered my opinions, and it's kind of developed from there. And along the way, I felt the pressure at times to make sure I was giving content to every aspect of what I had started. I had started doing makeup content, so I was almost feeling somewhat pressured to make sure I continued that makeup content. Not because anybody was asking for it, it was more my own standards that I was having on myself. I was pressuring myself to, oh, you talked about doing this, make sure you follow through, make sure you do this. I also got into the pressure of regular uploads. And I have recently been struggling with that. I'm sure people who have been on my channel for a while have noticed my actual like pre-recorded filming has decreased. I have talked a little bit as to why it decreased over the past couple of weeks, and I anticipated it to be easier to work through than it has. But it's been a pressure that I deal with on making sure I am touching base with my community, which has resulted in me doing a lot more live streaming than I was previously. I enjoy live streaming. I think it is a great way to communicate with you guys, to build that sense of, you know, creator to viewer engagement, to let you guys know I do care about you. What you say does mean something, and I think that is able to be felt and seen on live streams. But I do want to continue doing pre-recorded content. Not everybody is able to attend a live stream. Not everybody is comfortable in engaging in live streams. There is a plus and a negative to the live streaming, and I will continue to do pre-recorded videos like this. But with the recent startup of my second channel and why that second channel exists has taken more time and more adjustment than I thought it was going to take. I thought once I announced it and let you guys know what was going on, I would be able to continue to juggle everything, but it has been hard. In addition to working a normal job, most of you guys know that I work a normal full-time job. I am a person who will probably always work a full-time job. I need something to have to do. I'm very much a person who likes to set goals for myself and achieve them on a regular basis. And that's a pressure I have found myself falling into way too often with YouTube as a creator, and oftentimes not being able to follow through or meet those goals. You guys as viewers may be not seeing that, and not seeing that I am struggling at times as a creator to maintain that kind of level-headedness and evenness and balance that I want to produce on this channel. I am by no means complaining, but it is a weird pressure that I think people who are starting a YouTube channel or thinking about starting a channel need to make sure that they are not going to set themselves up for feeling defeated, because I have felt defeated a couple of times and I've pulled through and know that you guys are worth it in the long run. But there have been a couple of things I never thought would happen at this point in my YouTube career, if you want to call it that, that did happen, that were kind of out of my hands, and I had to learn to go with the punches. And during that time, although I have said otherwise, I did kind of feel defeated, and I did question if I wanted to continue to be on this platform as a creator, because I didn't know if it was going to be worth it, because I do this as fun. I want to build a community. I want to have that sense of place for support and friendship to a degree. But it got to a point where I didn't know if I was going to be able to use this as a hobby, if that makes sense. Because this is a hobby for me, and the pressure of me knowing that I have to be able to take criticism, which in real life I have no problem taking. I have no problem dealing with confrontation in real life. I have no problem saying how it is in real life. But when it came to being a creator, I found myself not wanting to do those things. I found myself, because I want to foster a happy and healthy community, I didn't want to engage with drama. Even when it was brought to me, I didn't want to engage with it. I wanted to recluse. I wanted to pull away. I wanted to hide. I wanted to ignore it. And I tried, but that wasn't my personality. And I think it was starting to show through to you guys that I was unable to just not address it, because it was something that needed to be addressed for multiple reasons. But that was a pressure of mine that I almost didn't come back from. If it weren't for a few of my other creator friends that I have, I probably wouldn't have. And you guys didn't know that, but I very much came close a couple of days to just being like, it's not worth it. I don't want to be somebody who has to worry about what everybody is going to, say in my live streams. I can't think of every way to make sure I react appropriately, because I was trying to ignore it. So that's something that is a pressure I think all creators face, is the pressure of being involved in a controversy. It's going to happen, whether it's because you did anything wrong or not. At some point, you're going to end up in some kind of argument with another creator, or a viewer isn't going to see it your way and you're going to want to defend yourself. And as humans, we are going to engage in that no matter what size creator you are. You are going to end up engaging in a back and forth with either another creator or a viewer at some point. I think it's just important that as the creator, we make sure we're not abusing any kind of power, and that we make sure we are being somewhat thoughtful in what we're saying, and that we're not just going full emotion all out and, saying, no, you're wrong, and treating somebody poorly because you're in your emotions. I oftentimes have people who give me critical comments, and I'm not trying to be smarty pants, so to speak. I'm not trying to be like that to them, but for me to genuinely learn and grow from whatever criticism you're providing me, I'm going to ask follow-up questions. And a pressure has come where I don't know if they were legitimate criticism or if they were just trying to, poke the bear, so to speak. I'm not going to say I've been trolled. I really don't think these comments are trolling. I think these comments that I have gotten are more in defense of whatever creator or situation I'm talking about than being defensive of that and wanting to just pick apart something that maybe wasn't even said, or they didn't understand what I meant. And when I provide where I was coming from and I ask questions, there isn't a follow-up, which does lead me to wonder, were they doing it just to try and see if they would entice something out of me? So that's a weird pressure on knowing how to actually respond to some critical comments. I try to always just provide where I'm coming from, and then I provide a question for them to teach me or inform me what their actual issue is. There's a big difference. I don't necessarily think I've gotten any hate comments, but that's a pressure that I think every creator faces, is when do we feel it's okay to block people from our channel or to block certain terms? That's stuff that I don't see a lot of creators talking about. They will mention that they have a term blocked or that they may have a person blocked, but they don't really provide why or what that boundary is. And to be honest, it's going to be based off of each creator. Each creator has the ability to block whoever they want and to block certain terms that they want. And I don't think we should, as viewers or fellow creators, be judging or be saying anything if you get blocked or if you try to leave a nasty comment and it doesn't go through. That is within that creator's rights to do. That's why it's available for YouTube to do. I, at one point, had a couple of terms blocked because I knew I was going to react in a poor way if I had seen them, and I didn't want to engage with that. So I blocked those terms so they went into a review folder. And then whenever I was in a healthy mind space, I reviewed them and I published almost all of them, because I don't care if people disagree with me or with what I'm saying, but there are certain topics that I have talked about on my channel that I don't feel others really should be let's say judging people for, or giving their opinion if it's very one-sided for, if that makes sense. So I have in the past blocked things so I could review it before it went up. That's not only for my own protection, but for my viewers' protection. If you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know that on Wednesdays I do open discussions with